online and on DAB digital radio. This is Solar Radio, your classic and 21st century. Online and on DAB digital radio. This is Solar Radio, your classic and 21st century soul station. Online and on DAB digital radio. This is Solar Radio, your classic and 21st century soul station.
And it is indeed the Mike Parlett radio show, and this just finished co-producing this album a couple of years ago. Or maybe it seems so long, but it wasn't that long actually. This is Ed Mann's new album. It's called The Man Sextet Standard Issue, and this track features Patrice Rushen, Inner City Blues. There we go. That is the brand new album from Ed Mann. It's called Standard Issue, and we had a lot of fun producing that, mixing that, recording it here at Talented Studios. About probably it seems like it wasn't that long ago, but actually it turns out that it was about a couple of years ago. But he's only just now got round to releasing it, and it features the great Patrice Rushen, of course, and a number of other great people on that album as well. It's me, Mike Parlett, here with the Mike Parlett Radio Show, and we are always very happy to bring you such great music and great selections. I heard a track yesterday from an album by a wonderful young lady by the name of Jennifer Hartwick. And we're going to play this right now. This is of her new album, Something in the Water. And this was the track I heard yesterday, a track called Two Way Minor. So have a listen to this, see if you like this one.
Am I in a two-way mirror?
Jennifer Hartwick, really cool new album. Absolutely wonderful. Hope you like this too.
The subject of your experiment, the bear you like to poke. Is there something in the water, in the water, in the water that elevates self-doubt? I never used to drink it, but the faucet never seems to run out. Is it getting hard to see me? There are millions checking in. Faces melt in the overlay, the collective of our skin. Is there something in the garden that elevates self-doubt? The things that used to feed us are the very things taking us out. How do you sleep at night? Where do you draw the line? You got that devil's glow, but how far will you go? Does it have to happen to you for compassion to kick in? What will make the needle move? Make your moral compass spin? Do you get off on the power like puppets in your hand? The greed that deep pronounce you is a language that can stay in your hands. How do you sleep at night? Where do you draw the line? You got that devil's glow, but how far will you go?
Isn't that amazing? That's Jennifer Hartwig, and the album is, as I said, By the River, and that track is called Two Way Minor. Hope you enjoyed that. We're going to take you to a wonderful album which came out back in the 90s, or maybe late 90s, and it was a great album by Michael McDonald where he paid tribute to some of the great soul artists. And of course, this is the Marvin Gaye classic, Mercy, Mercy Me. We've got Josie James coming up a little bit later on in the show. She's going to be talking about her life on the road with Burt Bacharach. And of course, we're going to be playing some great Burt Bacharach selections for you in the show today as well. The Mike Parlett Radio Show here on Solar Radio, your classic and 21st century soul station. Hope you're enjoying the show.
All things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows from the north and south and east and so. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Oh, wasted on the ocean and above our seas, fish full of mercury. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. Radiation on the ground and in the sky, animals and birds are dying. No. Much more abuse from man can she stand? No, 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 no. My, 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 my,
wish that coming. Ooh, feel the heat of the Sandman. We're together dancing. Feel the touch of your hand. We're holiday romancing. Together one day we will fly away. I wanna feel the splash and waves and spend my nights and days in your arms. Oh, coming back to your love. I keep coming
Sing it, Josie. Come on, sing it now. Come on.
to
Yeah.
your love.
Oh, yeah.
I keep coming. We can fly away.
The unmistakable sound of Josie James.
Nights.
How you doing, Josie?
You,
All right, great to have you on the show again. And it's
you, and hello to all your listeners out there.
they're all saying to me, "Where's the Nigel and Josie show?" I've got quite a few listeners actually have asked me, because I did kind of tantalise them a little bit and say that we're giving up one of our shows a month to Nigel and Josie. And they're going to fill in for me so I can go down the beach and go surfing. No, I'm just kidding. I'll leave that to Nigel.
Yeah, you should, Mike. You're working way too hard.
Anyway, so the Mike Parlett Radio Show, Nigel and Josie on the show today. Nigel Martinez, Josie James, and we just played that little introductory song with "Coming Back to Your Love." I think there's a little saxophone solo on there that we missed.
Yeah. Well, again, Mike, it's always been a pleasure working with you, and you were the one that suggested us doing this show. You thought you gave that idea. You gave that idea to Keith, and we've been doing it. Unfortunately for us, we got so busy with other things and other projects that we were out of town. I was out for a long time in the Caribbean.
Yeah, Nigel, can you go somewhere a little closer to the because your phone's cutting in and out all the time.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit. Can you go? Maybe you got are you near a router or something? Are you on a Wi-Fi or are you?
I'm just on Josie's
Just on
phone.
my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just cutting in and out. So just wanted to.
Okay. Well, I'll speak lower and softer.
So,
but anyway, Mike, again, thanks again. So we will be putting a show together soon because we up our projects that we've been working on, recording and everything. And we're looking forward to do one of your shows again.
well, that'd be it's always wonderful. And so just when will when can I tell the listeners that that's going to take place?
I think maybe next month.
Right, next month. Okay, so look out for that, listeners. I know in particular there's a couple of listeners have expressly asked me when you're going to be on. I think they prefer you to me, actually. So they said, no, I'm just kidding. But no, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm very happy to give over one of the shows per month to you guys, and it's always wonderful just to have some live entertainment here. And you'll be doing it live as well, I believe, or maybe you were pre-recorded. I'm not sure, but we'll see if we can get that going on. So both, yeah.
We'll be doing both. But one of the things that has happened recently, which you probably know, and Josie will talk to you about that, is unfortunately our good. One of our mentors was Burt Bacharach, who recently died. And Josie's been very busy with all the band and all that stuff because it all came, out in the news. And so that kept us kind of busy this week. And I'll let Josie go now. Yeah,
Josie, tell us about that.
Well, we're really sad that we heard that Bert passed. I had been there for at least 20 years and traveled all over him and had a wonderful time working with him and the band.
Josie, I'm gonna call you back because the line is so bad it's cutting in and out. Are you on a three-way with Nigel, or are you no. Are you? Yeah, okay, you're on. You're on. I'm gonna call you back and see if we can get a better line for you guys. But in the meantime, I'm gonna play you a little bit of Kenny G playing Alfie. But we'll be calling you right back. beautiful rendition of Alfie, and I'm sure. Did you ever get to sing that, Josie? That tune?
That song, no, I never did that live with Bert. Actually, Bert was the one who would do Alfie. There were 3 huge songs in our show. Alfie was one of them that Bert would sing. Also, A House Is Not a Home, and then Anyone Who Had a Heart, that a lot of our English listeners and people all over Europe love.
Yeah.
And that's the one that I sang that was really, really big in his show.
And you recorded that yourself as well, didn't you, on your album?
Yeah, we did an album. I did an album with Nigel called That Jazz, and we did a jazz version of Anyone Who Had a Heart, featuring our son Marlon Martinez on bass, and really, really nice track. I remember Al Jarreau heard that, and he wanted to do a version of it.
Yeah, he wanted to do it. He wanted to do a version. Al Jarreau's heard, oh, you guys should put that out, and we'd just done it. And I even shown him a video that I'd done on my phone.
Wow.
He said, oh, I want to do that. And what he loved about it was the fact that it was just a 3-piece, just a trio. Yeah. And then that's how it was when I worked with Al Jarreau. We were just a trio. It was myself, Tom Cannon, and Jerome Rimson on bass. And he liked that freedom of just 3 musicians and being able to do what Al does, And Bert was kind of like that as well. He liked to do his thing,
Yeah. He was great, Mike. It was wonderful working with him, and I mean the outpouring of people, from all over the world where I had a chance to perform have been saying, okay, what are you guys going to do now? We really miss Bert. We miss the music, so we'll see what happens. But it's very sad, and it's amazing the amount of coverage and how people are sending their condolences and everything to me and to others that were involved with Bert. It's really, really difficult to deal with, actually.
Yeah. I mean, Bert had a pretty good run. Was he 92 or something? Was it?
He was 94. He would be 95 this coming May 12th.
Wow.
So
and he was out. He was working till the end, wasn't he? I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, he did work, and he took good care of himself as well. He was very health conscious. So I mean, 94.
That's why he made it.
That's why he made it. I mean, we have people dying so young, and he just kept going. But he was very healthy conscious.
Well, tell us about what it's like, being on the road with Bert, and just a general kind of vibe of working with him. Such a gentleman to work with, wasn't he?
Well, the thing about Bert, I always said, was that he was a no-nonsense person. I mean, to be on the stage with him was a big deal. Not everybody could actually walk on stage and perform with Burt Bacharach because he was a perfectionist, and he knew exactly what he wanted. And you have to really be on it when you're on stage performing with Burt. And so it was a pleasure to work with him because I knew that I had to deliver in the form of excellence that he required. So it was wonderful to work with Bert, and everywhere I performed was the best of everything, the best venues all over the world. And so it was just an honor to be able to do that.
Yeah, it must have been quite something. And you were with him for, 15 years or something like that, was it?
About 21.
Oh,
21, yeah. It started off with Bert when he was doing Elvis Costello. They did an album called Painted from Memory.
That's right.
And,
that's right.
Apparently, the story goes that Elvis heard my Candles album.
Yeah. And he wanted to sing on that.
And he told Bert about me, and I got a phone call saying that they wanted me to come and do this promotional thing for their Painted from Memory album.
Yeah.
So that's how it started. And then after that, he kept me on. He asked if I wanted to continue with him, and he was getting ready to do a world tour. And I said yes. And it just kept going on, and it was just great. We played Royal Festival Hall every year.
I remember.
We did this DVD called A Life in Song, and we had a lot of different guest artists on, and I've been hearing a lot of response from the English audiences out there saying that they'd love to see me do that again, a different way now.
Yeah, which we're going to be planning on doing stuff like that. But one of the things behind the scenes, I'll give you a little insight to. You'd mentioned that Bert was a perfectionist, and because I wasn't employed by him, everybody else in the band was employed by him. So sometimes when he'd come off stage, he had asked me, he said, "Hey, Nige, what do you think of the show tonight?" And the first couple of times he asked that, I said, "Oh, it was great, Bert. It was great," with no kind of input from me at all.
Yeah.
And he asked me, he said, "Nigel, come clean with me. I need to know what I'm doing. I do this every day, every day of my life, and I need people to tell me what they think I should do." And so I didn't, for a while. And then one time I was at the gig with them again, and he came off stage. Hey, Nigel, what did it sound like? I said, "Well," I said, "Well, that chorus and so and so.
Yeah.
I think you should have come in sooner. You were kind of." He said, "Oh man," he said, "Yeah, I thought I was a bit behind the beat on that, and I should have." And he said, "Oh man, thanks for telling me, man. Thanks for telling me."
Wow.
Yeah. And so that was interesting that he actually took a little bit of criticism from me, and it was all right.
It was very. He was wonderful.
I want to play a track from that Elvis Costello album, because I actually didn't realize that Bert had worked with Elvis Costello. I was doing some research, and that album is quite an iconic album. And here's one of my favorite tracks from the album. This is, of course, "I'll Never Fall in Love Again," and this was on the on Austin Powers, the Spy Who Shagged Me movie.
Austin Powers, right?
Such a great version of this. Let's listen to this. This is Elvis Costello and Burt Bacharach. Have a listen to this beautiful track. I know you sang this as well live with him.
That's what you get for all your trouble. I never fall in love again. I never fall in love again. What do you get when you kiss a girl? You get enough germs to catch pneumonia. After you do, she'll never phone you. I never fall in love again. Oh, I'll never fall in love again. Don't tell me what it's all about, 'cause I've been there and I'm glad I'm out of those chains that bind you. That is why I'm here to remind you. What do you get when you give your heart? You get it all broken up and battered. That's what you get, a heart that's shattered. I never fall in love again. Oh, I never fall in love again. Out of those chains that bind you. That is why I'm here to remind you. What do you get when you fall in love? You only get lies and pain and sorrow. So for at least until tomorrow, I never fall in love again. I never fall in love again. I never fall in love again.
Elvis Costello. Who'd have thought that Elvis Costello would sing "I Never Fall in Love Again"? He did a good job. I thought he did quite a good job on there, don't you think?
I love Elvis. He was wonderful.
Quite a good job. Yes, he did.
Yeah, we've done a few gigs with Elvis, and he really is a great guy. I love his voice, actually.
Yeah, he's got he's just got that iconic voice, isn't he?
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah, and of course he's married to Dinah Crowell, so
Yes, that is. Yes, they are.
Could have done a lot worse, yeah, for sure.
They're going strong, yeah. Great couple.
Yes, I wonder if they go out and do any restaurant gigs together.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know, but they
incognito probably.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about your wonderful son Marlon, and you're going to be playing at the Vibrato Jazz Club. That's Herb Albert's club up in Beverly
Bel Air.
Beverly.
Los Angeles.
Yes,
that's right. Well, we're going to be gigging this coming Wednesday. We're doing that's February 22nd. This coming Wednesday, and we'll be doing 2 shows. The first show's at 7, second one at 8:30, and we're going to be doing a lot of great music. Marlon is doing a tribute to Audrey Hepburn. There's a suite he wrote, and a lot of other tracks from his album, Yours Truly. And then, of course, I'm going to come out and do my tribute to Burt Bacharach with a friend of mine, Bill Campos. I'm sure you know Bill Campos.
Of course, I've played with him many times.
Bill and I toured together with Burt. And I invited him to come out so that we can do a little bit of a tribute to Burt Bacharach. And then also I'll be doing some things from my That Jazz album. And it's going to be great. You know, Marlon has a wonderful big band, the Marlonius Jazz Orchestra. And it seems like every time we go, it's packed and people love it. Marlon is an amazing artist, and we are just so proud of Marlon. I mean, his writing ability, his skills are tremendous. So we have a good time on stage with Marlon, and Nigel will join us to play some things, like.
Well, I'll be playing with them on the
second half,
the stuff to do with Burt Bacharach.
Yeah.
Anyone Who Had a Heart, and
we're gonna do That Jazz.
And we're doing That Jazz, which you played on, Mike.
Okay. I wish I could be there.
Yeah.
So very nice indeed. I'd love to hear that. Sadly, I'm actually working that evening myself, but
well, there'll be another time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, we'll talk about that another time also. But me and you have to do some new stuff on some of the things I've been working on.
Yes, indeed.
Namely, Light of the World.
Well, yeah. Let's not say too much. Keep them wanting more, is what I say. I want to play a little. I'm going to play a little track off. We're going to go a little bit left to centre here. I'm going to play a little track off Marlon's album.
Okay, great.
It's a very cool track. I mean, they're all those tracks are great. I love the Where Dem Biscuits At. I like that one.
It's fun, isn't it? It's fun.
He wrote that when he was in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a classic for us.
Let's play this. Let's play Where Dem Biscuits At, because it's a very English thing, you see.
It is.
In this country, a lot of Americans, when you say biscuits, it means something completely different. To what,
almost like a scone for them.
Yeah, to what our biscuits are. So let's have a listen to this. Where Dem Biscuits At, Marlon Martinez, from the album Yours Truly. Very cool indeed.
Thanks.
There it is. Where them biscuits at?
Yeah.
Love that song.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic track, and that is on Marlon's album. And I can tell you, I've got to say, when I've seen Marlon perform, he definitely does not disappoint in terms of the entertainment factor. And not only is he a virtuoso bass player and studied under Stanley Clarke, of course, all those years. Stanley actually took him under his wing, didn't he? Just like and mentored him for all those years.
They're also doing something together soon. Together, Stanley and him are doing something together soon. But yeah, Marlon really took that whole thing to another level for him. And I just wanted to say that album that you just played the Where Them Biscuits from was done at his first album, and he'd never done any real recording before. I took him to the Earth, Wind and Fire studio called The Complex, West LA, that was closed down.
Oh, wow.
And me and many others never knew that the studio was still available. And then a friend of ours was renting the space, and he said, "Oh, I've got this studio in West LA." And he had no idea it was Earth, Wind and Fire's studio.
Goodness gracious.
And so I wanted to record them in a room by themselves. It was obviously Marlon on bass, Jacob Sesnick on Cam Johnson on drums, and Isaac Wilson on piano. And I just wanted to record them live, and I just put up a few microphones in the live room, and they just did that live, and we did the whole album in about a day.
Oh, yeah. Sounds great. I mean, really.
Mistakes and all, they just played how they wanted to play and just got the vibe right, and it was the perfect room to do it in, do the recording in.
Very cool. Absolutely wonderful. And I remember when you first released that was his first album. And is anything else on the horizon for any new releases?
Oh, yes.
It's going to be much more happening with Marlon and the jazz orchestra. And they're going to be doing one of Marlon's big projects that Nigel's going to produce.
Yes, huge. It's pretty epic. The stuff he's writing has really come a long way. And, writing all those parts for a big band, as you know, because you've played in it many times.
Well, yeah.
It's a big deal, but he's got great new material, and it's really bringing big band into a new sort of era with all new young guys coming up,
So check it out. It's going to be this Wednesday at Vibrato Jazz Club. Is it already? Are there any tickets left, Josie, or is it sold out already?
Well, I tell everybody, get your tickets. As far as I know, tickets are available. But get your tickets, come out. It's going to be a great
7 o'clock.
First show's at 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6. We're doing a 7 o'clock p.m. show and another one at 8:30 p.m. And it's going to be really cool. So if you want to get out and have some fun, listen to some great music, some great singing, we're going to lay it down.
Oh, can't wait. So hopefully someone will do some little bit of Facebook recording of it so we can.
I'll try to get somebody to do it so we can show some things live. Yeah.
Nigel, just to completely change the subject, do you ever work with Joey Negro, Dave Lee?
No. Why do I know those guys?
There's a track here under your name, Nigel Martinez, and it says Joey Negro edit, Better Things to Come.
Oh yeah. No, those guys.
Better Things to Come.
No, those guys picked up. Yeah, they picked up one of my tracks, and they wanted to remix it. So they asked me if they could use the track. I said, yeah, go ahead.
It's very cool.
So they it's my track. They just edited it and made it a bit more clubby.
I love it. And let's let's give him a little taste of this, just to show the different side to Nigel Martinez. Absolutely love this track. Keeping it funky. That's what we like. This is really where we're at, isn't it? This is the kind of stuff we really like to do. Okay. It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show. My special guest is Nigel Martinez and Josie James with me today. certainly can't argue with that. That's one of my ex-bosses, Dave Lee, a.k.a. Joey Negro, and that's very, very cool. A remix of Nigel's song that you wrote quite a few years ago, Nigel, remember? Doing that?
Many years ago, 1978.
Yes, that still sounds fresh. I think they did that relatively recently. I'm not sure when it was, about a couple of years ago, I think, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was a couple of years ago.
Yes, there you go. Now, I want to go back to an album that we all collaborated on. And I remember recording this with you. I think it was around about 2010. And then you finally released it in 2012. And it was, of course, That Jazz.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is the time that Al Jarreau was around and all these people. George Duke was still around.
George Duke was around.
Oh,
right. The Crusaders were still around. All these guys who I worked with. And surprisingly, they left us. But at least I had a chance to perform and work with these wonderful, wonderful people.
And this song we're going to play off here is the title track of the album. It's called That Jazz, and it was like a little tribute to Al Jarreau, because you sang with Al Jarreau quite a bit, didn't you?
That's right, I did. I sang with Al Jarreau and Nigel, of course. We never want to forget the fact that he's on about, 12 videos on YouTube with Al, Al's first band.
I was his first touring drummer.
Wow.
When he came out. Yeah, I toured with him for 2.5-3 years.
You want to check out the very first time that Al ever performed Take 5 was with Nigel drums. It's the Al Jarreau videos. He's wearing the red sweater. 1970 78, something like that. No, 76. Nigel's very, very young.
Nigel's
but no, it's really something to see. It's got millions and millions of hits on that Take 5. It's the first time he ever recorded it live. So,
and that was when Nigel was looking like he is now. Nigel doesn't look any different. How is it, Nigel?
No, the funny thing about that track, though, Mike, was we were on tour to promote his very first album, which was called Spirit, and he only had 8 tracks on the album, on the vinyl album back then. So we went on the road in Europe, and after the second gig, he ran out of tunes to play because he only had 8 tunes on the album. And so he ran out of the tunes in the first set, and we did a second set. So he decided to start putting new songs in the set. So he turned around to me, and he said, hey, Nigel, Take 5. I said, what do you mean, take a break? And he said, no. I said, what, Brewbeck? You want to do Take 5? Because we'd ran out of tunes to play. So he said, just follow me. So he turned around and got on the mic and just started doing his a cappella thing. And we both, me and the bass player, started joining in with him and the piano player. And that's how that track, Take 5. So if you can find that track of Take 5 on Al Jarreau live in Europe somewhere, but he's wearing a red sweater.
It was a TV show. It was actually a TV show. You guys were doing a live TV show, wasn't it?
Guess what? It was 1977, right?
Yeah, no, I think it was like
76. I think it is. You can't miss it.
Well, guess what? Check it out. It's right here. Have a listen to it.
It's right here. Yeah.
Well, that was the second time that song was ever played. Done. It was played the night before for the first. And then the night was at that show.
So here we are with Nigel Martinez on drums, Al Jarreau, live 1977. Well, this is a 75 version of Take 5, the very first time Al Jarreau ever did this. Check it out.
Spend a little bit, take a little, spend a little bit of time. Would you take a little bit of time? We fool around you.
Exactly.
Now can you count to 1 and 3?
baby will around. Just stop and take a little time out with me. Oh, just take 5, just take 5. Just stop your busy day and take the time out to see that I'm alive, I'm alive. Although I'm going out on my way just so I can pass by each day. Not a single word do we say. It's a pantomime and out of time. Still I know all eyes are for me. I feel tingles down to my feet when your smile gets much too discreet to send me on my way. Now wouldn't it be better not to be so polite? Well, you could offer a light. You start a little conversation now, it's alright when you take it by. Take a little time out with me, the baby, take 5. You stop your busy day and take the time out to see, girl, that I'm alive. Oh, I'm going out of my way just so I can pass by each day. Not a single word do we say. It's a pantomime and out of time. Still I know all eyes are for me. I feel tingles down to my feet when you're smiling much too discreet to send me on my way. Wouldn't it be better not to be so polite? Princess and mama, you know that you could offer me a light. Start a little conversation now, it's alright. Will you take her? So I can pass by each day. Not a single word do we say. It's a pantomime and out of time. Still I know my eyes are for me. I feel tingles down to my feet when your smile is much too discreet to send me on my way. Well, baby, just don't say I'm on it. Please do not stare. You could offer your hand, hugging and a tugging. It could be all so grand. Take 5. Come take 5. Come take 5. Come take 5. Come take 5. Could you take a 2? Could you take a 3? Could you take 4? 5. 2, 5. Listen to the things, listen to the things, listen to the words, listen to the things, listen to the things I told a girl. Listen to the words, listen to the words I told a girl. Listen to the words, listen to. I told her a sweet thing. You take a little bit of time, baby. Told her a sweet thing. Could you take a little bit of time, honey? We can play around, we can fool around, we can jump down, fool around, play around. We can do it.
Come sing it, not sing. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. I've got to say, I haven't. I think I vaguely remember listening to that version of Take 5 that takes us back to 1975, in the 70s, when Nigel Martinez had a big afro and was playing drums.
Still learning.
And green trousers.
Yeah. Can't forget the green trousers.
It was actually my son Marlon who found the video footage. Even Al didn't know that video footage was available, and so Marlon found it and he said, "Hey, Dad, what's with the green strides?"
The green strides, yeah.
I said, "What are you talking about?" He showed me on his phone. He got the video. Oh my God!
You mean you're not wearing them now? The green strides?
Don't tell everybody, Mike.
all right.
Already.
All right, so I want to tell the listeners. I'm sure if you've listened to Nigel and Josie's show, I'm sure they've spoken about this. But that Nigel used to play with the Brit funk band Heatwave.
Well,
and
let me come in on that. They were putting the band together, and there's several conversations and stories about how they were all put together. But they had some of their songs already pre-recorded before they actually released it, and there's two different versions of Boogie Nights out, because I was the original drummer on it before they put a band together, and then they did another version years later with another drummer, but I was the original guy that came on to that track. The thing is, on the end of the track, when we were going round and round at the end, I started swinging a little bit, and then a good friend of ours, the piano player who worked with Quincy all those years, Rod Temperton, he was the one who wrote the song with them and all that. And he said, "Oh, you should have put that on. We should have done that a bit earlier on." So I said, "Well, you can still do it. You can do an edit, take the end part,
and put it on the beginning,
put it on the front." But they didn't have enough tape on the tape reel, so they had to actually put some more tape on the front of the reel to get that whole, 2-minute intro, with all the swing stuff on it. And so that's how they changed around. So that intro with the kind of swing feel was because I started doing that at the end of the tape that I recorded. And
I never knew that.
And that's how that came about.
So when you hear Boogie Nights, listeners, and you hear, that swing bit at the beginning, that's the story. And it is Nigel playing drums. So let's have a listen to that right now. There it is, Boogie Nights. Complete with harp.
Yes.
you wanna boogie, 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 boogie night. If you wanna boogie, 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 boogie night. If you wanna boogie, 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 boogie night. If you wanna boogie, 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 boogie night.
Isn't that great? I got to tell you, I remember when that track came out, and
Yeah.
it feels like, isn't it scary that it feels like it was like a couple of years ago?
Yeah, I wish we'd been a whole lot younger.
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, I wasn't even playing. I wasn't really playing music back then, actually, when that came out. No.
Well, we've been
doing it forever.
doing music for a long
Yeah,
time.
I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, the Al Jarreau thing.
When was that?
You know.
What was year was Boogie Nights? Let's ask them to listen. Do you remember
I don't know.
year?
This is it. I was on the road with George Duke at the time when that came out.
I was still with that.
So we're talking about late 70s,
Yeah.
maybe late 70s.
Oh no, I was playing drums then. Actually, Nigel, I was a drummer back then. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I played drums.
You still play every now and then?
Of course. I just
Right.
played for my church this morning. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
wonderful.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, you never told me that.
Absolutely, I do. Yeah. No, of course. I mean, I ain't no Nigel Martinez, but I can.
I just like to play 2 and 4. I'm good.
Yeah. Oh no, I can do all that. No problem. Yeah. So. Well, actually, let's talk about George Duke. And I've got to tell you, listeners, that if ever you feel like listening to George Duke, he was a guest of mine. It was just one of the highlights of the Mike Parlett radio show when George and his lovely wife Corinne came in. George came along to the studio twice, but Corinne came in and George, and they did a joint show. It was so wonderful.
Wonderful.
Great.
And if you ever want to listen to it, it's still there up on Apple Music. Type in Mike Parlett Radio Show with George Duke, and you can listen to it. It's there. And we did that, obviously quite a number of years ago now.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful show, and it was just so much fun. And George is such a great guest, so easy to work with, and just so enlightening about all the stuff he'd done and the legendary music that he'd put out over the years. And it was really just quite something to have George Duke in my studio. And,
Well, he was quite something, tremendous musician. I mean, skills and singing. It was wonderful to be able to work with George because everything we did on stage was real. He gave freedom. He gave me freedom to be able to do what I wanted to do. And we toured the world again with Ndugu, the great Ndugu Chancellor, and Byron Miller on bass, Sheila Escovedo, Sheila E. And later on we had Napoleon Brock.
Wow.
Vickers Johnson on guitar. That was that original band. It was fantastic.
Let's listen to this track. This is off an album that you recorded with George Duke back in 1978, believe it or not. And
I was just a little girl.
I think you were a teenager when you did this, right? You must have been about 18.
13
to go do the session.
Yeah, here we go. Anyway, so Josie James with Talk to Me Quick.
Talk to me quick.
Yes, here we go. Dookie Stick.
Give me some of that.
Won't y'all come on over here with us? Wanna walk the water? And if you ever should see a skunk shake his rump, tell him to come on over here for some snake funk in the dump, baby. Now we got this stick that will set you free. All you got to do is take a closer walk with me. And we got this thing that's full of magic tricks. So come feel, if you will, the magic of the Dookie Stick.
They wanna play for you.
Play, Bubba.
They wanna
got this a magic wand that's guaranteed to make you come to me, baby, to set yourself free. My magic wand can do almost anything. Spitting fire, making rains. But most of all, it can make you spread your wings and fly away.
Talk to me quick. Let me know.
Let me know, Bubba.
We want your mind to blow.
My mind to grow. Is that all?
Let me know. We want your mind to blow. We want your mind
Fly away, baby. Let me know.
We want your mind to blow. Let me know. We want your mind to blow. They want to play for you. They want to sing to you.
I raised with a snake.
They want your hips to move. They want your lips to groove.
That is oh so funky, It just oozes funk.
Oh yes.
And that is Dookie Stick, and there's quite a few. There's part 1 and part 2 of this as well on the album.
He's on this side of the border.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
have an extended version as well.
Yeah. Tell us about how. Just say it for us, for the listeners. Talk to me quick, Josie. Come on, we like it.
Talk to me quick.
I love it when you do that. It's so cool.
I know.
I've been saying that to people. I say, look, come on, just talk to me quick.
I know.
So-
Everybody loves it.
So tell us how the "talk to me quick" phrase got coined.
And we got this.
Well, like I said, we were doing the Don't Let Go album, and when you're in the George Duke band, when we were doing those tracks, you know, he puts you on the spot, so you have to really come up with things, not only vocals and vocal licks and things that you remember, but it was like a very loose kind of thing, and you got to be quick. So, so talk to me quick, because he needed me to say something. He pointed at me, and then I said, "Talk to me quick."
And so that was your phrase. There you go. And then, of course, from there launched a illustrious career as one of the top session singers out there, Josie James, working with so many people over the years after that, including and then culminating with our most recent Burt Bacharach, and sadly no longer with us. So what's next for the Josie James dynasty?
Well, you know, we're going to do more of the same. As we just said, we are working on new content for our radio show. And so Nigel and I are working on, and I'm going back in the studio to do another album. Nigel is so busy. He's got some projects coming up. But, you know, I need to do another album. People have been asking me for it. And, you know, so we're just very, very busy. You know, we are working on more music for Marlon and
Right.
the world.
Yeah, right now we got on the books is Marlon. We're finishing off his big band album because this is his first big band album. And then I'm doing Josie. And then we got Light of the World project, another Light of the World project to do, because it did very well in England, the last one we did.
Jazz Funk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna. I want to play a track that you did for them. This is you did Saturday, and I got to play on that as well, which is real fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Saturday night.
you play on it.
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah. So we're going to play you out with that. But in the meantime, just one more plug for the show on Wednesday. If you're not doing anything, listeners, and you're over this side, go over to Vibrato's Jazz Club Vibratos in Bel Air. It's a beautiful place. I've played there many times. It's Herb Albert's club. I even got to sit there with Tom Jones one night, actually.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
Tom
going to
lives
be
nearby.
there. I'll be there this coming Wednesday night, February 22nd. Doors open at 6. We'll be doing 2 shows. First show's at 7 and the second one is at 8:30. And, like as Marlon said, you can hang out for the next show. So just come, bring your friends. Last time we were there, it was amazing.
Marlon is quite an illustrious young man. He not only does he play the bass amazingly well, he actually does this kind of theatrical thing as well. He gets up on the bass and he does all kinds of stuff.
He does his
circus tricks.
Yeah, he does the circus.
You got to see it. It's not just music. It's a whole entertainment. You got to go down there. It's visual. It's wonderful. It's just go and see it. If you never see Marlon, go up there and see them, because I saw him a few years back and I'm sure he's got even better. But I was blown away back when I saw him. Then.
He has a wonderful group of musicians and the Marlonius Jazz Orchestra. I'll be out there doing some classics with him. I'll be doing some Burt Bacharach and some of my stuff that I've done with Nigel, and we're going to be out there doing it with a special guest, Bill Cantos.
And we might even drop a George Duke thing in there as well, or some funky stuff.
Very nice.
We'll try as well.
So watch this space, and of course Nigel and Josie will be doing 1 week of my show every month going forward, so I can go down to the beach and or go and do something else.
Let's do that
on a Sunday afternoon.
It's coming.
Stay tuned. We'll let you know.
Oh, before we go, I want to say a couple of shout outs to some people listening today. Sue Ray is tuned in. Clifford and Susan Griffith are tuned into the show today. Thank you guys for tuning in. So many people are tuned in today, and I haven't even said hello to you. How rude of me. Please forgive me. I want to say hi to Machi Fukushima listening. She's over in Japan, and all our Japanese listeners. I want to say hi to Gavin Lodge as well. He's in Jamaica. Hey, Gav. So nice to know you're tuning in. And my other friend Scott is in China. And I'm here over in the States. We go back a long way. They're all tuned into the show. I want to say hi to Sharida Escobar. She's over on the East Coast, tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in, Sharida. And also Sue Wall is also tuning in, and my buddy Ron Johnson. And Robin Jones is also tuning in. Hi to all of you, one and all. Thanks for tuning in today.
Thank you for having us on, Mike. Thank you for having us on. And be sure to go to my Facebook page and also check out my website at josiejamesmusic.com for all the information that you need to know. Subscribe, give me likes, go to Facebook.
Thank you, Josie. Thanks, Nigel. We'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
On Saturday night, everything's gonna be alright. Yeah. Can't wait till Saturday night. I can't wait. I'll do she's so fiery. She's a Cuban heel persuader with a samba tambourine. A mí me gusta la samba. No quiero bailar la salsa. A mí me gusta la samba. No quiero bailar la salsa. I would be extremely grateful if you would follow me. I got what it takes to get it right, and that's a guarantee. I can dance all night till morning light and make you all believe. I can take you up to heaven. I can make you feel the heat. A mí me gusta la salsa. No quiero bailar salsa. No quiero bailar la salsa. Oh, my baby. No quiero bailar salsa. No, 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 no. No quiero bailar salsa. No. Ay, a mí me gusta la samba. Quiero bailar la salsa. A mí me gusta la samba. No, mamá, no. Quiero bailar la salsa.
Definitely cannot go wrong with that. Some Tanya Maria, I thought that tied in very nicely with some of the little samba stuff we were playing with the Light of the World there. And certainly very proud to have played on that album, done a little feature on that particular track Saturday night. I got to go and contact them, actually. I don't think I've got paid for that, actually. But anyway, we'll talk about that. You do a lot of sessions as a session musician. Sometimes you just do them and then you forget all about it. And then sometimes stuff comes up that you heard that you played on years ago. And then you thought, oh, yes, I remember playing on that. Anyway, so let's talk about this. We're going to play a little bit of something really current for you right now. This is a beautiful track by Bill Coletti. It's called Private Party. Brand new one from him. Kind of got that Rick Braun thing going on. And this is from the stable of the Gorovs. Jason Gorov promoting this track right now, and this has just come out. It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show. There's 2 hours have flown by. We've got Johnny Britt coming up right after this. If you're listening to the show live, we do post our shows up on Mixcloud each week. And of course, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can see us live on YouTube every single Sunday evening. If you're in the UK, it's 10 till midnight. And here on the West Coast of the United States, we're coming to you live from Los Angeles here in Talented Studios, the wonderful Talented Studios. It's 2 till 4 every Sunday afternoon. We've got time to squeeze just one more in before we hand you over to Johnny Britt. This is Greg Manning's new single. It's called The One. This features bass player Julian Vaughan. And if you are listening to the show here on my YouTube channel, we're going to carry on for a little bit longer because we were slightly late starting, so you can stay on with us. But on Solar Radio Live, we're going to be handing over to Johnny in about another 5 minutes or so. But still stay tuned. Here, Mike Parlett here with the Mike Parlett Radio Show. It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show. Sadly, got to the end of the show here on Solar Radio Live. But stay with us. We're still going to keep broadcasting here on my YouTube channel. It's Mike Parlett Radio Show on YouTube. Please come and be a subscriber, and you can get a notification of the show live in each and every week. And of course, we'll be uploading the show to Mixcloud, so you can download the podcast if you'd like to as well. I'll be back next week with another live show here at Solar Radio, and coming to you live from Talented Studios here in Los Angeles. Thanks for joining me today. We'll see you soon. Take care. Keep your dial very tuned to Solar Radio, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye for now. That's about all we've got time for this week. We'll be back again with another Mike Parlett radio show. Thank you for tuning in here on my Facebook channel and on YouTube as well. You can please like and subscribe, and you'll see the Mike Parlett show each and every week. I've been Mike Parlett, and we'll be back again with another show next week. So stay tuned, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. All the best. Bye for now.